今日のお祭り楽しみましょうね。お店がいっぱい。花火も綺麗。お祭り楽しいですね。
What's going on, my broskies? My name is Toadskii, back again here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And we're going to be doing another showcase video with Hiyori, which we luckily pulled from the Treasure Map Sugo-Fest. Pretty absurd luck we've been getting recently. So let's go ahead and talk about this unit and give my thoughts and opinions on it. And look, I will say that we do use this character as a captain, but honestly speaking, this character is going to see way more usage as a crewmate rather than a captain. Just going to put it out there, but let's go ahead and start talking about the unit, give my thoughts and opinions, right? So this unit is a Dex Cerebral Slasher, and she's a super type character, so ideally you build a Dex team around her if you do opt to use her as a captain. Speaking captain, her captain ability will provide a 5 times attack boost and a 1.25 times health boost to Dex and Strength characters, and then will provide a 5.25 times attack boost instead if they've got a Wano slot. And it also heals 0.5 times her recovery for every perfect that you hit at the end of the turn, as well as providing 15% damage reduction. So it has damage reduction, healing on perfects, and a health boost. This character is a very tanky captain. And then, you know, just providing the regular 5 times attack or 5.25 with a Wano slot, it's a very basic captain ability, but it is a captain that you can use to clear content with, boosting Dex and Strength alike. So you can go ahead and use this character for building a Strength team if you want, with her as a captain and take on Dex content. Or you can build a full Dex team and you can use that to take on quick content. That's probably where she's going to see the most play. And you know, you'll see in this team here we're using Dog and Cat. Those two characters work very well with Hiyori, as you know, they provide the attack and the orb boosting effect. You've got Hiyori with her amazing special, which we'll talk about in a moment, which just partners up really well with those units, right? So if you do opt to use her as a captain, you get access to her super type special, and her super type special is a little bit underwhelming. So again, another reason why you probably won't use this character as a captain. But in order to activate it, you do need to have 6 characters on your crew that are either cerebral or slasher. So there's no room for wiggle room, right? You have to have 6 cerebral or slashers, whilst also remembering the fact that her captain ability boosts Dex and Strength. So realistically, you kind of narrowed down to using slasher cerebral characters that are also Dex or Strength. That's in order to use her super type special. And I mean, to be honest, you don't have to use it because the effect that it provides isn't amazing. It provides a -1 cooldown to cerebral and slasher, and then it reduces 7 turns of resilience. So again, like this type of effect is really good if you have to deal with special reverse mechanics, and especially if you get inflicted with fear as well, and you don't have a character that has fear resistance and cooldown. Those characters are very rare. So having just an ability with a super type to give you cooldown is pretty valuable. But the other effect of, you know, getting rid of 7 turns of resilience, that's just not a common thing that you'll need to use. It's just a little too niche for my liking. I think it is a little bit of a weird choice. I think it would have been awesome if her super type special provided some type of boost, whether it be an attack boost or an orb boosting effect. I think that would have been really nice for this character as a whole. But despite that, you know, you're not really going to be using her as a captain. Now we can talk about her special though. Her special is gonna be a very good one moving forward. It is multi-stage, which is kind of intriguing. I won't really talk about stage 1, because stage 1's pretty mid, but stage 2 is busted. It changes all slots, including block, into Wano. I mean, that alone, already amazing. Then, it locks your crew slots for 1 turn, so not only do you get the Wano slots through everything, you also get them locked. And remember, you know, all blocking is probably one of the most coolest and one of the best mechanics in the game, because you can carry those slots that cannot be changed into multiple rooms. Enemy may have a preemptive that changes your slots into either super block, which we know has been a thing recently, or block slots, or badly matching, just something that you typically don't want to deal with. And you can have this, use it on a stage prior, move into the boss room, you still have Wano slots, it's wicked, you're good to go. It's so valuable. Then, on top of that, she also will reduce Bind and Despair and chain reduction by 7 turns, so very nice utility. Not the best utility we've ever seen. Bind and Despair is quite common removal, but removing 7 turns of it is pretty good. So providing, you know, those type of effects is okay, and, you know, removing chain is kind of weird. She gets rid of chain reduction, not chain lock. So the thing is in a lot of cases you don't need to remove chain coefficient reduction. Just in most cases you would just use either a support or a special that provides a chain lock. That's mainly the best way to get around it. Unless if you have to deal with like a super boss Kizuna, for example, because in a lot of cases getting around chain coefficient reduction is really good because you would want to be using chain boosting mechanics, not chain lock on a Kizuna boss, for example. But that's like the only case I could say that would, you know, that effect of removing the chain effect is going to be useful. But in more cases than not, it's just going to be kind of a Bind and Despair removing type of special. Also do note, she is a slasher unit, so you can have Whitey Bay support attached to her that removes an additional 2 turns of Bind and Despair. So this unit by herself can remove 9 turns of Bind and Despair. That's really, really good. And then she also provides 50 times her character's recovery in healing to the crew. Unfortunately, the healing that she provides with her special doesn't overheal, which is a little bit bizarre. We've seen a lot of specials recently that have come out with units that have a healing mechanic. More often than not, they are applying overhealing. So it is a bit bizarre that this character doesn't provide that. I think it is a little bit of a missed opportunity. But when you really look at the offensive capabilities of the unit, being able to get Wano slots and lock them for multiple turns is valuable in and of itself, right? So I don't think that the overhealing is like the make or break of this unit. This unit is still good despite the fact that she doesn't overheal. Not really going to be a big issue. But obviously this unit doesn't really provide that much offensive capability in the first place, which is why I kind of wanted her super type special to be a little bit more offensively coordinated. But despite all that, this is definitely going to be a character used as a sub, because one of her crewmate abilities says that you get a full board of Wano slots at the start of the quest, which is very valuable. And another one of her crewmate abilities is that if you tap on this character when she has a Wano slot, it applies minus 15% resistance down to the enemies for cerebral and slashes. That is so valuable. So just being able to provide the resistance down, which goes through immunity, is going to be very valuable moving forward. This character is going to be very nice in a lot of content, but just probably not as a captain. That's going to wrap it up for me though. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all of the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.